Good morning from the National Weather Service in Raleigh, North Carolina. My name is Aaron Swiggett, and I will be providing the routine weekly briefing for Monday through Sunday, so the 13th through the 19th today. So first I wanted to take a look back actually over the past 24 hours or so. This is a radar animation loop from yesterday showing our widespread rainfall that moved in across the area and leading to multiple rounds of some light to moderate to maybe even some isolated heavy showers through our area. And then as the low pressure kind of drifted over our area, we had some drizzliness after the initial heavy bands moved through. And then even some reports of some sleet and rain snow mix up across the triad as you see the back edge there progressing eastward across the central North Carolina there. So it was an impressive event kind of moving over across our area. Leading to our rainfall totals here. So this is a map that was created on the evening shift last night, rainfall through 4 p.m. Sunday. And you can see that most of our higher totals were down across the southern Piedmont into the western Sandhills, maybe even reaching up into Randolph and southern Wake County there of maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, maybe some isolated 2.5 inches. So we had some pretty impressive widespread rainfall. Overall, followed the forecast over the past few days fairly well. Maybe some lower totals up across the Triad and Forsyth County, and then up into Person and Granville County, where they didn't quite reach 1 inch, but overall a good soaking rain for most of central North Carolina. And with that higher rainfall across the southern Piedmont and widespread rainfall, we had some rises on rivers and streams. So over in the Rocky River near Norwood, highlighted there on the map, in the lower left, in the southern Piedmont here with my cursor circling it here for you if you don't know where that is. They reached up to almost a little over 26 feet pretty quickly. So it rose well into a minor flood stage yesterday and then fell back down below minor flood stage back into action earlier this morning. A little bit farther downstream over into Smithfield's area, they rose quite a bit as well. Thankfully, since Falls Dam took some good action and prevented some any excessive releases to help have Smithfield a little bit higher, kept it down below action stage. So that has risen up to around 13.5 feet or so, but is only expected to maybe reach into action stage. So those are the two higher rises that we saw across our area. Onto this morning, here is a satellite image of our low pressure system that I highlighted in the radar animation loop, moving off the coast. Nice little swirl there off into the western Atlantic. And as you look across central North Carolina, nice blue skies with some high clouds kind of filtering over western North Carolina into Virginia. All right, so let's look ahead now at the upcoming weather pattern. So for today, mostly high pressure is going to slide into the Gulf Coast region here in the upper left and help push a weak cold front, mostly just a wind shift, no real air mass change with this as that kind of moves through today into tonight. And then we'll have high pressure kind of extending up through the mid-Atlantic and then off the coast by Wednesday, as you can see here. This warm front here that you can kind of see in the upper right, my cursor kind of going across it there. That's going to lift north through probably early on Wednesday and lead to some well above normal temperatures through Thursday night. So we're going to be probably 15, 20 degrees above normal to 25 to even 30 degrees above normal for the lows heading into Thursday night. So it'll be much, much warmer. I think our lows are going to be comparable to our normal highs, which is going to be quite a difference. But ahead of that, or actually just behind that warm front there, in the bottom left, you'll see a pretty strong cold front. And that's going to be associated with this low pressure up across the northeast and trail down across most of the entire eastern United States. And that's going to bring our next round of some moderate rainfall. And that will be most likely early Friday, late Thursday night into the day Friday, and current forecast has it pushing east of our area by early afternoon on Friday. And then behind that, for the weekend, we'll have some cool, dry, high pressure that will quickly build in and kind of hang out over the central North Carolina, mid-Atlantic region through the weekend. Okay, so let's look at what we are going to have for that rainfall and how much rainfall we're looking at. So as I said, today, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday will be dry. So down here in the total 5-day graphic here in the bottom right, you can kind of think of as a storm total QPF or a storm total rainfall forecast. And it's kind of highlighting anywhere between 1 1/4 across far western North Carolina, inches of rain down to 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch down across the southeast. And that is going to be with that cold front as it moves through. Why you see some of the higher totals across the western area is it may have some more prolonged rainfall, and then until the cold front then pushes east through the area, leaving widespread rainfall across the east, but it's just moving too quickly to produce some of the higher totals you see up across western North Carolina. Okay, well, what's that rainfall going to do once it hits the ground? Again, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of that will be dry across central North Carolina. And then to Thursday, you can kind of see there in this far right graphic here, we have a little bit of green kind of heading into western North Carolina, and that is associated with a marginal risk. And the Weather Prediction Center highlights that as isolated flash flooding possible. So far, that just clipped the Triad region. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that expanded a little bit eastward as we get into the Thursday, Friday time period, or a little bit closer, and confidence increases on the timing of the front and the rainfall totals with that. Yeah, best shot at reaching into that marginal, mostly isolated flash flooding possibility up across the Triad region on Thursday into Friday. Okay, how about severe? Right now, looking at the next week or so, we're not expecting any severe weather across North Carolina. We are still going to keep an eye on the thunder potential along and east of the I-95 corridor on Friday, and that will largely depend on how quickly the cold front moves through central North Carolina. There's a little bit of inconsistencies, maybe a 6 to 12 hour timing difference with some of the latest model guidance over the past couple days, including today. So that will, if we have a slower cold frontal passage, then we'll have a little bit more chances of seeing some instability up across like eastern North Carolina, and that would increase our thunder potential. But the timing of the cold front right now has it east of our area early Friday afternoon, and that's really not a whole lot of time for and climatologically seeing severe weather across our area. So right now we're highlighting just showers, but just know that as we increase or get closer to Thursday, we may see those that thunder possibility kind of hedge west. But we'll keep an eye on that for you and update you on any of that as we get closer. Okay, looking out even farther, the 8 to 14 day outlook, courtesy of the Climate Prediction Center, lots of red. So 60 to 80% chance of above normal temperatures, and that is highlighting the period from February 20th through February 26th. So mid to late February. During that time, the average temperature during that time frame has a 60 to 80% chance of being above normal. And for your reference, Raleigh, North Carolina, the average temperature, if you average all the days between the 20th and the 26th, is around 57 for the high and 34 for the low. So 60 to 80% chance of being above normal for that time period. And then similar with our precipitation outlook, 33 to 50% chance, that's very near average or so of seeing some, I should say some slight chances of seeing above normal precipitation chances for central North Carolina into the Ohio Valley, Kentucky Valley region. Yeah, for your reference as well, for the precipitation totals, right around average, if you summed up all the precipitation between the 20th and the 26th, on average, we get around 3/4 of an inch to an inch, and there's a 33 to 50% chance of seeing above those totals during that time period. Okay, that's basically all I had for everyone this early afternoon here, almost the afternoon. So for the summary, dry conditions, well above normal temperatures through Thursday. So you can see for Raleigh reaching 70, 74, and mid 50s for lows. That's well above normal heading into Thursday. And then rain chances again increase Thursday night into Friday afternoon as the cold front moves through. And then quickly behind that, we'll drop to near to even below normal as that high pressure and dry air moves in from the west. Currently, again, no hazards or impacts expected at this time, but we will make sure to update everyone if that changes. Thank you so much.